And we're back with another episode of Let's Play PC Building Simulator. I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and we're here at Tim's Red Hot Repairs. They're red hot because he doesn't seem to put thermal paste on anything, and all they do is catch fire. Alright, let's get to it. So we're going to clean this guy out of its dust, and we're going to then have it get scanned down here. But we're trying to get into the market for the next workbench, and possibly a second flash drive. That's not the priority. The priority is getting access to another workbench, because it kind of sucks to have to use this one workbench. There's a hard mode for you. Play this entire game with only one workbench. You're not going to have a lot of fun, trust me. Building out your workshop's going to be 90% of the fun. And getting better skills and stuff. Alright, so. Looks like we cleaned it out. Looks pretty good. Let's put her back together. We'll put her in our service machine spot and run our testing there. Let's grab the other rig. And we're upgrading this to 8 gigs of RAM, and we are cleaning that out. It's so dusty. They should be ashamed of themselves. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and spray a little bit, and then we'll check over on the installations. Doop. And spray. Now, I believe one of these guys wanted black cabling. I think it was this one. So, we'll need to redo all the cabling in this. It was either this one or the other one, but when we take it out, we'll know in due course. So, it should be all cleaned. However, keep in mind, whenever you redo the cabling on a machine, you're going to get stuck with an issue, and that issue is you're going to have to re-benchmark it, because whenever you seem to unplug something from a computer, the game kind of yells at you and is like, you unplugged all these things from the computer, so your benchmark shouldn't count. I don't know why it would change anything. It's all plugged in, unless you're suspect of it not all being plugged back in the same way, I guess. But kind of a silly thing that goes with that. I'm pretty sure it was this machine that needed the recabling. If not, I did all this work for nothing. Pr0n free. Alright. Plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. And we've got a small stockpile of used parts, which will serve their purpose in due course, of course. Alright, plugging all this crap in. Close her up. Look, did I not plug everything in? It would appear that I did not. So, there we go. Gotta get this all running. Luckily, we only got the 2 rigs today, so not too much to get done. But we do have to pay our utility bill, which we'll actually get to see how that's been going. Hopefully it's cheap. But it's not a full month, so it's not a fair thing. But if you leave everything on and running, and especially if you have multiple computers being running and you leave them on, usually what ends up happening is you end up paying double what a monthly rent is. You're only going to see what a week of rent is going to be, or about a week and 2 days, 2 to 3 days. So there's a bit of a measurement that you can use to scale how much it's going to cost. But to me, I want to say it was around 140 something a month if you keep the lights off if you turn everything off and all that. So all right, everything here is done. So let's shut it down. Let's go ahead and oust it. Grab our workstation machine, plug it in, and yeah, let's take a look. Alright, so your electricity bill is due $48. We'll pay and discard. Hidden objectives. We'll talk about... We already did a little bit of talking about that. Wait a minute. This was the one that needed the plastic black cables. This guy doesn't care. Wait a minute. Did I... Oh my god. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I did not put in the other stick of RAM when I started this test. Fail! Fail! Alright, close it back up now that I got it correct. See, already making mistakes. But here's what we're gonna do. We gotta recable this guy. So to speed this along here, let's run the software here, because I kind of screwed that up. This is the one that needed the all-black cabling. So we'll go ahead and recable it. We booted it, so we know it works. I will double check. Oh, we can't check now. I think we already scanned this. I don't know why I did it again, but why not? Why not? Why not? What's the harm in it? So what we'll do is we will unplug everything. I can't stress how many times you get screwed. I've been in the past, maybe in earlier versions of this game, missing that one freaking, you know, that one thing. And it already looks like there's one trying to screw me in anyway. Alright. Yeah, these hidden little solid states. No cables. No cables. Alright. Let's go ahead and replug this. Come on. But like I said, normally, because there's no hardware, I'm not going to 3D mark it, I guess. We already did it. Let's just see what happens. Can always reload the the auto save if they try to jip us on the work done. Let's make sure it reboots. And it does. This one's almost done. Cool. So this is done for sure. We'll do our due diligence. We'll put the other work machine back in and make sure there was nothing else on that computer like, well, we like it benchmarked. We would like it if you benchmarked it. Well, we already did it, but the game's going to unregister that we did it, pretty much. Because we had to reconnect all the cables with the color that is preferred. Which I say, shenanigans, damn you, shenanigans. But shenanigans it was, as we were screwed. But I don't want to waste time installing something if we don't need to. Yeah, the 3D mark. So we're going to have to do it. But while this is running 3D mark, we will then start preparing for the next workday. And if you really want, you could get same-day shipping on your parts, but I don't really see a point in doing that at this stage of the game. It'll be more obvious when you want to get, like, try to earn your 5-star rating back and you get, like, computer build options, where you want all the parts for your builds the same day you get the order. Is usually kind of nice. Alright, missing thermal paste. Thank you for fixing my PC since you added the thermal paste. It is running nicely. I didn't realize the business is under new ownership. A good thing, too, I think. I have been impressed with your timely fixing of this issue, so I'm happy to give you another chance. I shall recommend you to anyone that needs work doing. Regards, Dr. Waterman. Blow it out your ass, Doc. Alright, let's go ahead and collect on this one. You can see now we're getting the reviews here. And customer satisfaction. Not just the objectives. You have to complete the customer satisfaction stuff, too. Which sometimes is obnoxious. I'm gonna use my... I'm Blake Patterberg, and I'm one of the core team over at Movie Maniacs, the world's number 53rd website in the UK for movies and reviews. With the upcoming release of the next highly anticipated blockbuster in the Frondbuster Cinematic Universe, the FCU, I'm trying to refresh my memory of the previous films. Frondbuster, Frondbuster 2, Frondbuster 3, Frondomania, Frondbuster 4, Frondly Reminder, and the much maligned spin-off Archibald and the Spinning Cups, a Frondbuster story. I already own all the collector's editions on Blu-ray, but I'd like to rip them to my computer for a more complete frame-by-frame analysis. Sadly, I don't currently have enough hard drive space to do so. Could you increase my storage capacity to suit another terabyte should do the trick? Blake Patterberg, Assistant Junior Manager, Movie Maniacs. Action! I just want to punch this guy until he bleeds. Anyway, 1,500 gigs of storage, huh? Well, he's got 500 in there now, so 1 terabyte, you say, huh? Well, funny thing, this game doesn't work in terabytes. They don't measure things out that way. So, well, they do, but there's ways to go about it. So this dude wants 1 more terabyte, but we can spend up to $100. The best way to do that is to spend the full $100. And I would say we could do it with a 3 terabyte for 90. No reason not to. $100 is our budget. We'll give him 3 terabytes. There's always more than 1 slot to put a hard drive, so don't worry about that. Hello, I've been playing a great sailing simulation game, but while my computer will just about run it, I turn up the graphics and the frame rate drops. I use a program called Pr0n to see if I need to see what I need. And it seems that while my PC is okay for the minimum spec, the recommended spec needs a better GPU. Can you have a look at it, please? Dankjewel. Richard, dankjewel. German or Dutch, I'm assuming. Whatever. We don't actually have the software for this, so what we need to do is remove the hard drive. Go to Tools, and there's Will It Run. It's going to cost us $200. We get it immediately if nothing else is in the cart. And now we got to install this guy. So Will It Run is a very useful tool for builds. We're going to get a lot of builds, people wanting builds, requesting certain games. Oh, we want this build that plays this X game. And when you do those kinds of builds, the perk of what you're setting out to do is very adamant that you need to make sure that you're buying good parts and you're buying the necessary parts to make it work. And you can do that without having to have the computer right in front of you to do it. Because we can use some of the tools built into the game because the customer sent us the specs of their current machine, and we can then decide what we can use and what we can't from their current rig. So let's go ahead and come in here. Geez, I think we did it all. Yay! All right. So now that we have Will It Run, we do accept this job. I don't care about that. Now, sometimes before they actually gave you the PC stats, I think this was something they added later, but before this update. And usually you have to wait for the PC to get there, plug in Will It Run on their machine, and then figure out what they needed. Whereas in this particular case, we're going to do it the easier way. So he wants recommended specs for Sail Away, the sailing simulator. So we go down to Sail Away. It actually shows what we have in this computer, but that's not the important information. We need to go to recommended specs. The important information is right here. And then what we do is we go to his stats and we compare what's missing. So he has the actual processor. He's got 8 gigs of RAM. It's gonna probably be the graphics card. He needs a 1050 Ti or higher, but he has the processor, 6700. And he has the RAM. He just does, and it needs to be 4 gigs, so you got to check that out too. You'll see 2 gig, 4 gig, 6 gig, 8 gig, and later you'll see like 11 gig. But you need to be careful. You want to make sure that you have the right amount of graphical power here. So 4 gigs, huh? And it needs to be a 1050 Ti. So 1050 Ti, and here they are. We're gonna search by order here. And what is our budget? $350. So we're going to get him the best one we can get for $350, which isn't necessarily here. I mean, it's here, but, everything here is that. So he gave us more money than we needed. So what we'll do is we will go ahead and... Well, wait, was there a preference? Did he... He didn't speak of a preference. Okay, he just cares about the video card. So 350, so... Here's 155. It's not the best card, but we could upgrade some other stuff that he's got. And be nice. So that we got the Vidya card. Let's go ahead and go into... I didn't mean to close the email out. Let's take a look. What else can we upgrade for this guy? What does he got? We can buy him another Titan XL 8 gig. Memory. Actually, we could buy... Well, we have 150, so... Let's see. 180 and 155 might be too much. Let me think. Well, I'm going to whip out my old calculator just to make sure. 155 plus 180 is 335. So there you go, 350. So we're within his budget, and he's gonna get a nice big old fat upgrade. Let's see here. I keep seeing windows pop up that I didn't open. Can you check out for viruses? Have it done by tomorrow. I'm always benchmarking to see if any changes have made it better. I never cleaned it out. Is that okay? So this is just labor work. That's fine. So the only parts we need to buy. Oh, we need to buy the storage again. Oops. So $100 worth of storage. Boop. Let's do that. Let's go to, I think it was a 3 terabyte we were looking at. Yeah, that's $90. So we'll buy the 3 terabyte drive. Alright, so we have everything that we need. We'll have it come for the next day. And everything here is good to go. It would seem. It would seem indeed. Alright, let's power this down. Turn off the light. We don't like to waste unnecessary power. And let's get to it. So, all of our stuff has arrived. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So, we're going to get paid for these guys pretty good. So, I'm going to go ahead and invest in the second bench. I know, really early, huh? Let's go ahead and open this up. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this up, getting ready to go. Actually, what we can even do is really just plug this all in. Boot it up and kind of get it going already. But you'll notice we only have one flash drive. So what I want to do is get everything installed on this rig and then get the flash drive out of there and prepare for the next rig. So let's clean this out. Let's go ahead and install. Let's clean this out. Looks like we got it all. It's hard to tell underneath though, but that's just the way that goes. Virus scanner. Looks good. Let's close it back up. Now, I don't believe there was any special requests for cables, but we'll double check. Just to make sure. I don't believe there was anything like that. That's not one. This is not one. And that's not one either. Alright, so let's go ahead and run it. It's riddled with prawn, riddled with prawn. Run it. Alright, let's see here. Now we have this guy. This guy's pretty easy to do. We need to take out the USB drive. Insert the new one. May as well plug everything in while we're here, because it's a hardware install, so we need to make sure that we test it and all that good stuff. But we got a big old 3 terabyte. And there's a reason that you do this. Sometimes it's good to install really expensive hardware just to make, utilize the budget. Sometimes it's not, so you got to be careful about when it is. But you're not really going to know that all the time in your first playthrough. It's going to be something you learn from an amalgamation of playing having various playthroughs that you do. Let's go over here and get this going. And there we go. See, it's nice having that second workstation. It's very nice. So very nice. So full of space. Alright, and the virus scanner. And it's done. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Don't need that in there anymore. The next big investment is to buy another flash drive, which is like $200. But they get more expensive as the game goes on for some reason. I don't know why. It just is something they do. Alright, we'll run that. And this guy's done. So you'll notice that by the time it takes to really finish one job, another, one rig, another rig finishes. So it's kind of a back and forth kind of a thing. And then, when we get access to a third bench, which you saw in the room, all the better. So let's power this guy down. We're done here. Let's go ahead and grab this guy who wanted and I believe needed a video card upgrade. And we bought him some extra RAM with his leftover cash. It's a cash! It should be just within his budget. And we need to open that. It's not a Sheen card. I believe most cards in this game are 2-slot, but all the Sheen cards universally are not 2-slot. They're single slot, and there's a few other exceptions. Alright. There we go. Let's plug it all up. Boot it up. Close her up because she's pretty much done, and we made the budget, which is what's important. We made the budget. And you can check over here to see we had $15 remaining. Could have thrown some fans in there, but the fans aren't going to really improve performance on a rig like this, so there's no point, and there's not going to be any reason in the near future to put fans in that computer. So blurb 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 blurb. Doop. Alright, well that's loading. This guy's... Yep. Let's remove that. As you can see, this man is the salt of the sea. And we'll remove that. That's rebooting. We'll run virus scan just to make sure. Done. Run it. And remove it. Alright. I'm looking to upgrade my PC. Well, let's go ahead and turn some of these in. We need the cash. So, this is done. And we benchmarked it. We cleaned it out. And it's done. They removed all the necessary programs from the machine. And they were thorough. Yeah, so sweet. Alright, so we have $460. My rig just isn't running up to the task anymore. I was hoping for an upgrade to the graphics card. In terms of time, can you get it done in 8 days? I've read that MSI parts are really good. I was on PCB the other day and saw some awesome white plastic cables. So this dude wants plastic cables. Now, he wants an upgraded graphics card. It's kind of hard to tell in this game as, a layman to computer hardware. It's going to not be the easiest thing in the world to really tell what's better and what's not. But there's a tool that's really expensive. It's $600, and it will tell us everything we need to know. Let's go ahead and install it after I just done goofed there. Didn't mean to shut the computer off. But let's go ahead and install part ranking. And part ranking will show you the performance differences of all processors and video cards that are available to you. Stuff that won't be on there is the only reason it's not on there is it's not available to you yet. But it would be cool to get that going. And we want to get our money back on this rig too, because that's some more money to buy the parts. And whatever money we have left, we'll add the flash drive, the second flash drive. If we have some money left, we'll see. We should. Like I said, it shouldn't be that hard to have the amount of money. Doop, doop, doop. So this guy's done. So, there it be. Let's go ahead and open this up. Let's get our 400 and something, 50 some odd dollars or whatever for this. Boop, 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 boop. All right, let's take a look here. So, this is the guy who wants the graphics card upgrade. So, he's got an R9 370 Gaming 4. So, we can go on this list here. R9 370 Gaming 4. It's pretty abysmal. It's not very good. It's not good at all. So it's a 4 gig 370. He doesn't specify what needs to be better. He just wants something better. His budget is 170. So we could look at the 950 and 1050 series, TI series. So let's look at those really quick. So we can open up the shop. Let's go with the 950. So this is a 2 gig card. I think this is it. GTX 950 Gaming 2 gig, 1217. So it's better than what he has for 140. So let's go to 1080 Ti, or 1050 rather. Darn you. Ti. So we can spend up to 170. So what's better than any of these, right? TIOC edition. That's this one right here. So let's try the DFL. Well, okay, does he have a specification here? No, he just wants white. Oh, MSI. It needs to be MSI. Okay, so Zotac's out. So that's what we were kind of looking at. I was kind of looking at was the Zotac one. So let's go back to the shop. So this one's not bad. The 1050 Ti Gaming 4X. Which is, where is that one? Gaming 4X is right there. And it's just $5 less, so it doesn't hurt anything. You can't really buy anything for $5, so we'll grab that one. Boom. And so we accept your mission. Available for upgrade work. So my rig is running really slow. Lately my CPU isn't good enough right now. A reasonable deadline. I'm a total Intel fanboy. I worry about used parts. For here if you upgrade the CPU. So he's got a 6320. So we can look down here. Find the 6320 right there. So anything in the i5 series and higher. And his budget's 155. So we go to processors. We go to Intel Skylake specific, and we do this in price ascending. We're going to go to the i5s. So, right, they're all i5s are better. 6400 is the next. It's 155. That is his budget. So you're not going to get, I guarantee you're not going to find two processors with similar price, with exactly the same price, unless there's a socket thing or something. So we got that done. All right. And he doesn't want anything else. He wants white cables. And he wants black cable, so we got to now start keeping track of this. PC is super slow right now. This guy is going to keep coming back with this yawn crap. That's going to annoy me. I'm after 16 gigs of memory, 4 days. My son was on about 3D Mark plastic black cables. So this guy wants 16 gigs of RAM. You know, he's got 8 gigs of G skill, so he just needs another 8 gigs. He's got $150, so may as well put other stuff in there, but we're going to go to memory. We're going to look for G skill. And there it is right there. It's the only one we can buy. We could buy 2 sticks of it and have $10 left. So, really give him an upgrade. Anyway, he wants it. He wants more RAM. I'm after 16 gigs of memory. We're going to give him 24 gigs. Because I believe you can put 3 sticks in. So, and if not, we're out, whatever, $70. I don't care. Not a big deal. We'll use it in another computer, so it's not a big deal. So we do need to prepare for the cabling, and we need to be careful, very, very careful. So yeah, we overdrafted by $1,000, or we overdrafted, and when you do, you can't go beyond 1,000 when you overdraft. Or I think it's end game pretty much. We unlocked some new cards, a couple of cards, and some other stuff, coolers it looked like, and more cards, and a new processor. All right, so everything is ready. We just haven't ordered it yet. It'll put us again over our limit, but that's all right. But what we could do is, with what little money we have, we can go down and are we not at a level where we can buy it? I didn't see it. No, so the next flash drive is at level 4, and it's $300. I thought it was 2, but it's actually okay. So it's actually 3. So meh, we'll worry about that later then, as I shut the software down and not buy my parts. Let's buy the parts. Buy now. All right, so this is all squared away. Let's close that out, and let's get these rigs done quick, fast, and in a hurry. As you can see, those red markers on the calendar are deadlines that the customers will be demanding their PCs be fixed. And if you do not fix them within the deadline, they get pretty much mad at you. All right, so let's upgrade the graphics card on this rig. And obviously, we're gonna have to plug all this crap in anyway. But let's go ahead. Now, we needed to double check something. This is why we want the second bench more so than anything else. We need access to look at our computer, look at each job, and make sure we're redoing the cabling right. Because these guys are a bunch of whiners about their goddamn cabling. Why do you care? If you want the cabling done so bad, you should be paying me to do it. It should not be a free service. I swear to God, if I owned a shop, somebody said, could you put in some different cables? I would just look at him and go, yeah, I can. Here's my fee for doing it. I won't make it as expensive as my actual hard skill work, because any jackass who knows how to plug this stuff in could do it. But you're still going to have to pay. And overdrawn again. Never a break. All right, so this guy wanted plastic black cables. Peasant June. We'll make sure it's the right mark. Peasant. No, this is This is the Jabroni. Jabronti. He wanted the white cables, which it looked like that was mostly what was installed, but whatever. All right, maybe they were gray. They sometimes look like that. All right, let's go ahead, do graphics card. It's obviously going to be the new one. All right, let's plug it into the power. Boom, knows it's a good upgrade. And we are happy, so happy. Sometimes you get these to auto connect all 3. Yep, good. Plug it in, plug it in. Sweet, 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 sweet. I think we got this dude more RAM. I want to say that's what we did. No, we're $5 short of... Not short, $5, yeah, remaining. So there's nothing else we're adding to this rig. Again, some of you would say, why bother? I just do it as a necessity of nicety. As a nicety. And here's the funny thing is sometimes these rigs come back later and they want you to do an upgrade, but you save a bunch of money because either the upgrade's already in there, so you just upgrade something else for them. And on top of that, there's a whole slew of reasons to do it. Slurry. There's a whole bunch of reasons to put in the maximum amount of stuff you can. All right, let's go ahead and grab this one. Get our first CPU upgrade done. We've replaced broken CPU, I think, but we've not actually upgraded one. So, yoink. Let's go ahead and do that. Open Sesame. Run the scan. Nothing there. Run the mark. Let's go ahead. Who is this now? Accurate D. He's an Intel fanboy and he doesn't care about anything else. So, that's fine. Processors. Here's his upgrade. And now, theoretically, you could send this out already done, but as per usual, we must use and perform the usual suspects. It will be done. Oh, yes, it will be done. We're going to need that back. And then once we hit level 4, we're probably going to buy that second flash drive, because you can already see how and why this can get a little annoying as the game progresses. Because you're constantly like, oh, man, I got to go back to that other machine and grab it. Stupid flash drive. It's just a convenience and a time saver in its own right. All right. And I would say in this instance, we're going to make sure that we turn these guys in right away. Because we have 155 bucks. We don't want to break the 1,000 on accident. But we're probably not going to get to level 4 by the end of this episode. We're probably just going to be we're either going to get it or we're going to be just shy of all of it. Dang it. All right, looks good. That's running. Almost, that one's almost done. What do we have here? Alright, Pr0n free and proud. Run it. Done. Good. Virus scan can be taken off. I believe we've dealt with all of the cables and everything, so this should be ready and raring to go. Let's get it the hell out of my shop. Let's grab this guy. Now this one, I believe, wanted all black cabling. Pleasant June. What was your D, June? What the hell is looking at you? Alright, plastic black cables. Good. Very good. Memory. Let's load her up. Within the budget. And we could have thrown a fan in there, but again, it's trivial. Plug it in. And as a good habit, we'll check the RAM settings and make sure they are set accordingly, which they are not. Hence why we do it. Not that it makes anything go faster, and from my experiences playing this game, it's not really done anything or added any side element to the game, really. There hasn't been like a person complaining that it didn't clock right or something, but it is something to just be in a good habit to work with in case it does happen. It could. No reason not to do it. Do the footwork. A little extra work can save you a whole bunch of grief later. Now, before we actually do any work on that, we got to redo all the cabling in there. I knew I was forgetting something when I closed her back up. Open Sesame. Everything's on there. We'll power it off. This one's done. So, black cables. And it looks like it's already black cables in there anyway, but you cannot trust for a minute that is true. There's always going to be maybe that one cable. I never understood the point of mounting video cards like that, by the way. Is it really just to show off the card? Because that's a dumb way to show it off. I'm just saying, it doesn't look like it gets air really well. Unless there's a vent there. If there's a vent there, then more power to you. But this computer does not have that function. Does not seem to show to me that it has that kind of benefit. Alright, so let's go ahead and replug all this back in. Yeah. And we're good. Let's go ahead and run the virus scan. And we'll run 3D mark. Alright. These other guys are pretty much done, so let's collect. Yay! Yay. OEA tailspin. OEO tailspin. Alright, how you doing? My gaming rig isn't booting anymore. I don't know what's wrong with it. Can you diagnose what's wrong with it? It seems to power on okay. The fans go around, but it doesn't get any further than the BIOS screen. Can you have a look at what's wrong? If it's booting, you know it's not the power supply or the motherboard. Chances are it's probably the CPU or the RAM, because he can see the BIOS screen. So it's not that ousts the video card as a problem. So I'm gonna assume it's the processor. And looking at the budget, oftentimes in most cases will accurately tell you what's wrong with it. So we go to 1500X. Oh, look at that! It just so happens to be 190. I have a feeling, sir, that is what's wrong with your computer. Normally, in a real-world situation, this is not how you would do it. but because of the way that the game gives us access to the stuff, this is how we're going to do it. Hey, as you know, or as you are no doubt aware, it's nearly the 15th anniversary of the beloved cult classic Babes of Planet Bathamor. Oh, I gotta use the accent of Bathamor. You would think the powers that be would have used this opportunity to release a 4K remaster, but no, they haven't even issued the old DVD, which now commands a high price at auction online. It's like they don't want money. Not that the old DVD is any good, by the way. The film transfer is super noisy compared to the much superior Laserdisc home release, and they completely ruin the iconic underwear dance number with stupid-looking CGI fish. I wanted to host a viewing for my friends, but my own Laserdisc was sadly destroyed when a pile of imported Japanese horror film steelbooks fell on it. So I was forced to use less legal means to get a copy of it in time for the day itself. Now, I'm no stranger to venturing into the darker side of the internet if necessary, and it's perfectly safe if you know what you're doing. After all, just like Captain Cartwright said in the film, we explore planet Bathamor not because we are merely curious, but because we must see what lies beyond. And what a great character, am I right? I'll never understand how he didn't clinch the top spot in Movie Maniac's Top 100 proselytizing protagonist lists. Anyway, my computer has a virus now. Could you run a scan or something and remove it? Thanks. Blank Petterberg, Assistant Junior Moderator, Movie Maniacs. Action! I want to kill this guy with a tack hammer. Okay, let's go ahead and accept it. Upgrade graphics card. What's up? Things aren't working fast enough. I think the graphics card needs upgrading. Don't try to pass on used parts. I want all new stuff, no used parts. It's urgent, so please hurry. 265 is the budget. What do you got in there, buddy? A 960 gaming 2 gig. So let's take a look at our list. 960 gaming 2 gig. It's this guy right here, it looks like. We'll double check. 960 gaming 2 gigs. So anything higher than that's going to be pretty good. Could probably go to a 970 with that budget. So let's take a look at 970. Oops, there we go. And 265. 265. Yeah, right on. Look at that. We can go with the... He doesn't have any preferences. It's a 2 slaughter already, so we may as well just stick with the 2 slaughter card. So we'll go with this guy. It should be more than sufficient. Upgraded parts needed. Upgrade my CPU. PCU is super slow. Yawn. It's this dickhole again. Can you upgrade the CPU? I've noticed sometimes it runs a bit slow too. That's relevant. That is incredibly relevant. Sometimes it runs a bit slow too. What could be causing it to run slow? Pr0n. The Pr0n. And if you can, I'd love some plastic white cables. We accept because what are you running here? An i5 6400. Let's take a look. i5 6400. So we can go up to just the i5 6500, but his budget's 250. So anything above 6400 is going to be just fine. So let's go ahead and look at the Skylakes here. i5 6400 there. His budget was 250, so technically he could go up to this i7 6700K. And why not? He's paying. Screw him, he's paying for it. But we'll need to check those other issues out as well. So that's going to be all the parts we need to buy. We've unlocked the golden 970 gaming and a 970 gaming 100 ME. So before we finish out, let's go get this guy done and get our cash. We need the cash. Give me the cash. Give me the cash. Give me the cash. You cheap bastard. Give me the cash. Alright. So this is all nice and done. Alright. Shut her down. And take her out. And it should be good. We did everything they wanted. And boom goes the dynamite. So there we go. So we have everything, and we leveled up. Oh, perfect. You know what that means. You know what that means. Anyway, so we've unlocked some new RAM options of the 2800 speed AMD GPUs of the Radeon RX series, specifically 470s. We unlocked some new motherboards and the quick screw tool, which we're not going to be buying yet. But what does that mean? Well, we can actually add one more thing to our purchase. So it's going to put us a little over our budget again. You notice we constantly keep going into the negative, but that's okay. It's for... We're upgrading and doing a whole bunch of other things at the same time. Shut up, game. So anyway, this is a really good place for us to stop for the day. I want to thank you guys for coming by. I am your host, the RBG Guy. And when we come back, more rigs, more work, and more Pr0n removal services. because that pesky Pr0n's not going to stop us from being hard, diligent workers to create computers that will launch people into space. Okay, maybe I'm thinking too hard about that. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JackTardStudios for live gaming, let's plays, tabletop games, and blind playthroughs, and more. You don't want to miss out on any of that stuff. It's twitch.tv/JackTardStudios, and all that good stuff. So, hope you guys enjoyed this, and we got more work to do. We'll see you guys next time. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.